going on, guys? Back here early in the morning here in Seoul. Back out here, we are on our way to meet the bus. I see it within sight if we can ever cross the street. We are headed to the DMZ today, and should be a good day other than being cold and everything. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys then. Alright guys, we made it onto the bus. This is our whip for the day. Check it out. Yeah, that's it. Should be a good ride. Hopefully we can see some stuff on the way. I'm not sure what the drive is like or even how long it's like up to the border, but I guess we'll find out here shortly. Hopefully it's not more than an hour or two, but I'm not really sure. So, alright, I'll see you guys when we get there.
Thank you.
Well, we made it here to the DMZ. We have a bunch of time to kill, so we're walking up here to some kind of like park or square or something to check it out. It's a little after 8 in the morning here, and we have until 9:30 to kill until we can go to the actual border and everything. Yeah, check it out.
Kind of, it's a little bit cold, right? So I will try to be quick so that you can actually enjoy your time. So this is actually the little park that I wanted to show you before the tour, because this is also quite emotional place actually for the people in North Korea and South Korea too. So this park is called Imjinak Park. So Imjinak Park means to console the refugees from North Korea, because this is the last point of South Korea. From here, we cannot go further, but we do have a lot of people from North Korea. So I will tell you more about the North Korean defectors, how they come to Korea and how they live here. For people who came from North Korea, their ancestors, they're not in South Korea, they're in North Korea, right? So they cannot go to North Korea. So what they do, they come here because this is the closest place that they can be near to the North Korea side. So that's why. So actually, last month was the Luna's New Year, so you actually could see a lot of people were actually having some ceremonies as well. So this is the one. Do you see the pictures here? So this is all the pictures of the finding the first family. Do you remember that I said there was a TV program for the people who lost their family? And I told you, this is now considered as the UNESCO memory of the World Heritage because of its valuable archive, right? And also, when you look at the photo in the fourth one, so actually you were only supposed to go. But the thing is, the line was so busy, right? The people who couldn't make a phone call, what they did, and you still have to do something, so they even went to the outside of the parking lot of the company with the whiteboard, just trying to be in the 1 second of the TV show. Someone might see your name board, right? So trying to write down their name, all the families they actually lost it. So they tried to be in the outside, to be in the TV, and this they can actually get the media. So this all the people who are desperately waiting for their family to meet each other. And this is all the ones here. You possess that you can exchange your money from other countries. But they said, actually I said, North Korean money doesn't have any value at the moment. But some people they said, no valuable means priceless. If you are interested, you can actually go check. They said all the individual history for Korean people as well. So I'm going to tell you what it is. So this one is actually called the piece of the statue of peace. But they are the comfort women. Have you ever heard comfort women? So actually a lot of young girls from Korea, China, Thailand, even Philippines, even I heard the Netherlands, a lot of young girls, they were dragged to Japan for this sexual slave for this Japanese army under World War II. So only from Korea, more than 100,000 girls were dragged to Japan for this sexual slave. And the thing is, they thought their whole life was full of shame. So they couldn't even have a family. The whole their life was living alone. And also the thing is, until 1991, nobody was able to come out because they thought it was too shameful to be even coming out. So that's why until 1991, actually there was no officially known that there was actually sexual labor, but there was one brave lady that she actually in the public said she was the sexual labor, and she actually sued the Japanese government. But what the Japanese government said, you volunteered. Of course, she didn't volunteer, right? So actually, these are all the donations try to support their life and also try to let the world know their sacrifices. Actually, I also have my badge here to support their life. There's a lady, and there's a yellow butterfly. So yellow butterfly means the reincarnation, because their whole life was full of pain and suffering. And finally, when they are reborn again, they can have this noble life as well. So this is all about their sacrifices. Actually, you can find everywhere in the world, but here is actually the only place, I think. I'm not sure, but I think this is the only place you can find the two-step. Hey everyone, yeah. Okay, I will give you my time. So I really need to show you this one because this is a really great picture that he took. Actually, he took everything here. He actually was going in this area. This way. Think closer. Try to protect it. Also, let the shorter people front. Thank you so much. Thank you. That you should be in your side. Yeah, actually, this is a really great indication about the parks. I wanted to show you the big picture. As I told you, this place is all about the North Korean refugees, right? So do you remember the altar? So this is all the people who are waiting for their ancestor ceremonies here. So this is Luna's New Year and this is Korean Thanksgiving. So they are the ones who came from North, they are the ones who are descendants of North Korean people, because this is the last point of North South Korea. We cannot go further. That's the as close as you can be. And this is the on the way to go to North Korea. That's the railroad. You will see over there too. And there is a funeral. So I think the person who is in the picture, he must be from North Korea. And then maybe when he passed away, I guess he wanted to be buried in North Korea, but I guess he couldn't. So at least the descendants of his family, they can come here and have a funeral, because this is as close as he can be to his hometown. So after he died, maybe he can be a free man to go back to his hometown, which is very sad, right? And then so the picture says, when the day will come, I miss my mom, I miss my hometown. All I do is missing my hometown, missing his, I guess, her husband. I guess when you look at the pictures over here, they're so old. As I told you, Korean War broke out 70 years ago, so which means the youngest people who are separated, now they're 70s. And the thing is, they're dying. Actually, our government says there are still 60,000 people still who are waiting for their family to be united, but nothing is going on because of the relationship between North and South. And as I told you, as a young generation in Korea, we don't really seem to care about the separation anymore. And actually, a lot of people they're very against the unification because we are fine with ourselves. But when you think about the people who are separated, this is not something that you should just overlook, because not seeing your family for entire your life, can you even imagine how that would have come down here? So let's let the path open, because this is a walking path. This way. First, there's a petrol station. So this is a very historical site because this is where our prisoners were exchanged after the Korean War. So do you remember my uncle? He was the prisoner of the war. So actually, after the Korean War, they were able to be exchanged. So actually, South Korean government they sent more than 200,000 prisoners to North Korea. But North Korea, they only sent us 10,000 prisoners. So that's why maybe I thought that's why my uncle he was not to be able to come back. But I already realized that he was already brainwashed because he was 10 years old. Of course, the troops they're gonna put him back, showing the young boy. And he's very ready to let him fight in the Communist Party. And also, apparently he was the train driver in North Korea. And also, I told him to have a meeting, he needs to make sure to the government he's very communist side. So I think he decided to stay in North Korea. So even this about the ideology really made the separate between your family as well. Because he had too much belief on the Communist Party at that time. So maybe I think he just decided, ended up living in North Korea. Because after the Korean War, you could choose whether you want to go back to your country.
view of the border over there with North Korea, and we are here. This is the closest you can get to the DMZ without being on a tour, apparently. So we have to wait for our time to go into the actual DMZ area, but right now it is freezing here, so we are going to head to a cafe and warm up. We have about an hour until we can go to the border. So I'm going to get a few more pictures here and then go wait in the warm. It's a bridge over to North Korea here.
You're gonna hang around here, and then in the building there's a restroom, and you can use the restroom. And the first floor there, there's a coffee place and Korean ramen and cat. Second floor there's a handmade burger shop and noodle and dumpling. Korean food. Okay. 925, 925. Please compute.
It's absolutely miserable cold here. It went from being cold in Seoul to absolutely miserable here. So you can definitely tell you went further north. It is bitter cold.
Pretty fascinating history.
Yeah, it is. Alright, I came up here to Dunkin' Donuts right here at the border. The place really is everywhere, and I found an even better view of the border area. Here, check this out. Got the cable cars going over. Border fence.
Come here individually, but sometimes you might be able to see some little sedan going here, checkpoint, like get checked by soldiers, like individually. So you think, am I discriminated because I cannot go? When he went to North Korea, he invited Mr. Jung to go to North Korea together to have a negotiation with the leader of North Korea. So in the end, Mr. Jung, he went to North Korea, but when he went to North Korea, he brought 1,001 cows through this bridge. That's why we call cow bridge. And the reason why we say cow bridge is that why he brought 1,001, because he stole only one cow, right? He said he always wanted to pay back. So one was paying back and 1,000 was interest. You know, he's a rich man, right? So that's why if you ever search on YouTube, Google, you can see a lot of cars are carrying alive cows to North Korea. So this is the cow bridge. So you can also take all the pictures, and that's the on the way to go to North Korea, the railroad. So that's the train railroad. But still, everywhere we are here is all still South Korea. We are not gonna see the border today. You're only gonna see the one is we are gonna see North Korean side from the only observatory. Now our first destination is the observatory. Second one is the tunnel. The last one is the unification village. And this is the river. So this is the Imjinak River flowing from North Korea and then meeting with our Han River. You know Han River in Seoul, and then goes to West Sea. You can also see the picture. Yeah, that's the bridge of the Hyundai company still does work all the economic cooperation to North Korea. But first the founder, Mr. Jung, he passed away, but his descendants still working on the economic cooperation. Actually, Hyundai company, they launched the tour program for South Korean people to travel into North Korean mountain. So actually my mother, she went to North Korea only for the mountain tour. But in 2008, one lady from the tour group, she was shot to death by North Korean soldier. So that's why all tour program is all shut. No more. Apparently she was somewhere that she was not supposed to be, and soldiers killed her. That's why no more tour program is going on. Actually, you are only allowed to go to the mountain area, not the city or something. So North Korea, of course now it's all blocked. So this is immigration because South Korea, North Korea is a different country. So people who used to work there, they also have to get checked their belongings, right? So this is like their CIQ. So here there is the immigration center, and also there is our last station. But the first station towards to North Korea. And also people who watched the crash landing on you. Do you remember Sari and Jonghyuk? They had to say goodbye in South Korea. This is where they say goodbye. Bye bye, no more. So I keep telling you about the drama, right? So this is a crash landing on you. It's a Korean drama. That is actually one lady from South Korea. She was using the parachute. She was very rich lady, but somehow she got into tornado thing. So she actually fell down in North Korean side, and she fell in love with the North Korean soldier. So this is a great indication about the relationship between North and South, and you can see a lot of their life going on in the North Korean side. So that's the place that you're gonna come back later. We're gonna go observatory, and that's the army base. Soldiers are armed. I heard that you're not allowed to take a photo with them, but I think it's like he was armed. So finally, we are heading to the observatory. So we are the first group, so I don't think you're gonna meet any people in the observatories, which is very nice. So actually here in the building, at the top of the mountain, there is one building, right? The first floor is the pictures of the old inter-Korean summits. The second floor is the videos to tell you. Come this way, and also after I explain, if you want to calm down and read about the articles, you can come read it and then take the photo. You're too tall. Okay, you're too tall then. Come this way, thank you. Okay everyone, so thank you so much. I just wanted to show you here before. We look at the North Korean side because I think this is a great explanation about the relationship between North and South. So I didn't want to miss it. Okay? So now everyone this way. First, let's look at the clocks on the left side. So you see actually there's a different clocks here. Actually, North Korea, they used to set their own time. This is not global time. Their own time. Used to be 30 minutes later than us. I told you common sense is not working in North Korea. So they used to set their own time, but in 2019, we had the Inter-Korean Summit. So Inter-Korean Summit means our president and North Korean leaders, they met together for the negotiation, and they had agreement to set the same time zone to show more peaceful relationship between North and South. So as I told you now, our president is all changed. It's a little bit different situation now. So now it kind of shows the different time gaps that we used to have. And then also in Korea, we also what you're looking at, right? So please listen carefully because you will have enough time to look around, and otherwise you have to know what you're looking at, right? And if you couldn't get the binoculars, you can even come down here with me and then check also take some photo. You can even come down. And first, do you see the parking lot with the buses on the right side? If you cannot see, please follow my finger, okay? You can see the parking lot with the buses. That's the tunnel. So you're gonna go down this tunnel area, and that's the tunnel. Do you see the wire fences? That's the southern part of the DMZ. So that's the DMZ there. Please look at the river. On the left side, do you see the one here with the white building on the top? Can you see? That's the nearest North Korean outpost here. So you can even see the soldiers with the binoculars. You cannot see the soldiers from this one, okay? So did you find the North Korean outpost? You know where it is now, right? Over time. Okay, everyone, listen. River. Can you find the river? Left side, there is a one mountain. One mountain. There is a white building on the top. The white building is the nearest North Korean outpost. So there should be a North Korean guard standing there. Okay? And then left side. Do you see the hallway?
What's going on, guys? We're here at the DMZ. We're at the observation outpost. You can see the whole way into North Korea with binoculars over here
Very good.
that they have.
Want to photo? Come here.
They have
Thank you.
quite interesting to see into the country. You can see people off in the distance riding around on their bicycles, and they have a flag flying that says North Korea is the best country in the world. And you can see a tractor with a wagon pulling in it, like a hayfield, making hay over there. I was expecting more outdated equipment, but it looks like John Deere is everywhere, including in North Korea. But here, let's take one last look before we head down to the bottom.
Something really
Yeah, that's the North Korean party. Yeah, correct. Oh, there is three soldiers now. Wow. Except for this area, all is living here, except for the industrial complex. Wow.
Also, right there on the other side of the river, there is a North Korean guard outpost that you can see a North Korean soldier there walking around. He has a big brown coat on. Everything. It's quite interesting to see. I guess for now this is the closest I'm going to get to anywhere in North Korea, but even from here it's quite an interesting country, it looks like. Maybe one day.
The North Korean flagpole has to be bigger than the other.
I know, it's like taller.
Our statue is very hard to see. Because today,
You
after
get
our
the feeling that South Korea probably made that, and then North Korea like, yours is blue, and ours is a bit bigger and blue.
You haven't seen the soldiers yet? This one? Right here. Don't move it. They're three. Actually, go for it.
There's so many now looking at us, by the way.
How many?
Crazy.
And it was two at the start.
There's two or one.
There is the North Korean guard post.
Yeah, this is the DMZ. Now the DMZ. So,
있거든요. 왜냐면 어쩔 수 없이
This is South Korea and this is North Korea. And my grandmother had a meeting here at the North Korean building with my uncles as well. So when you go to the USA, you can visit one of the blue building here, and then this is where you can visit. And also when you visit inside.
Shannon.
Take some this way, thank you. Because I didn't.
Come out of the explanation, we had a video telling us about the history of the Korean Peninsula and showing us all the, apparently the North Korea dug 4 tunnels under the ground even after the treaty was signed, and they could invade the South once again, but South Korea discovered the tunnels before they got the opportunity to.
Okay, thank you. But you know, even if you want to go down there to the motorway, not everyone. Actually, before COVID-19, 5,000 people, they could come here. Not everyone could go with the monorail, right? So 80% of the group, we need to go down with the walking pass. Please don't be upset, because if you want to do the monorail, you have to make a reservation very, very early, actually. It's usually for the Korean groups and as well. So let's try to enjoy our time with exercise, okay? So this is a walking pass. This is the entrance. So this is the Korean government have to dig the tunnel here to reach the actual tunnel. So please remember, this is 11 degree and there is a 358 meters down. You have to go down and go up. Have you been to Seoul Tower in Seoul? The mountain view? The mountain is actually 250 meters. So which means this is a higher than mountain. So you're gonna do the exercise. What I told you, once your nighttime experience, let's see how big you are and also just try to enjoy the experience, right? So you have to go down. But as I told you, when you go down, people like, you know, they say, oh, it's so easy, I can do it. But when you go up, nobody talks. Sweat. Some people cried because they said it was too much. So please make sure, I don't want anybody to be upset with me. So make sure. But also, the thing is, you don't have to finish all the way because you can go down a little bit. But if you feel uncomfortable, just say it's okay, turn around. This is the only way to come up, okay? And this is the actual tunnel from North Korea. So this is the end. Actually, we can only go in 265 meters. But some people, they said, oh, let's say this is from North Korea. If you maybe go all the way, you can end up going to North because this tunnel is from North Korea, right? So even if you want to go to North Korea, you cannot go to North Korea because when we found the tunnel, they stopped the tunnel, also they blocked their side, also we blocked our side. So total length of the tunnel is 1,600 meters. As far as you can go. But as a tourist, so we can only go here to 260 meters. So what you can see, there's a little window. There's a second blockade, there's a first blockade, and that's the border. So technically, when you're in the tunnel, you're under the DMZ, and you're right next to the border, only 170 meters away, which is very close, right? So what you can see from the last part, there's actually numbers. These numbers represent the data from the armistice agreement till now. How many days passed? It's about 25,000 days or something. And also there is a light, LED light, and there is a full of moss. So moss is green. So a lot of people ask me if you can see outside. So you can think there is a hole outside because it looks like a sky and the moss is green outside. So no outside, no hole. If there's a hole, there might be a problem. So just think that there is a light and this is a full of moss here because inside is very humid, right? So that's the
We're heading down into the tunnel now. Check it out.
I'll enjoy this. Alrighty, Mama, yeah, good job.
Apparently it's over 200 meters down. Quite the exercise. Going into the actual tunnel. Well, that was it. It's not quite the ending that I was looking for. I was hoping it was more spectacular than that, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, I'm going to make my way back out of here and I'll catch up with you guys at the surface. Quite the workout walking out of here. It's pretty steep. Alright, here we are back at the surface. We went down to the third tunnel and it was quite low in there as you could see from the video or whatever, and it was quite the workout coming back up. It's a little bit difficult to talk to the camera while I was walking up, so I got a little bit of video coming back up, and then I shut the camera off until I got back to the surface. Now we're walking around out here waiting for our bus to leave, and there's a tank and a DMZ sign and some other stuff we're going to check out here real quick.
welcome. You are welcome.
Went over here to check out one more area in the. It's our last stop, I do believe, but here, check this out. Alright guys, I think that concludes our DMZ tour here in South Korea. I will catch up with you guys in the next video.
Anyone who were, like invited here is all the tourists or they're the village from here. So they're so open to each other, so there is no gate, but you can see some houses, the gate is. So this gate is actually the houses from other city. They moved in, so they feel a little bit uncomfortable to not to have a gate here. And on your left side, you will see elementary school. So there's the 11 students goes this elementary school, but there's no middle school, no high school, no karaoke, no entertainment. So living in this area might be a little bit boring, right? So that's the one. And this is the community center, just to get all the government work. And there is a little hospital, like a clinic. On the left side, you will see the bunker. So this bunker is actually the bunker to hide from the Korean War. So here, of course, this will be the first place they will be captured by any other soldiers, right? So people who stay here, they need to hide it. So this is where they hide for the invasion as well. And when you look at the houses, there is the Korean flag. If you see the Korean flag, that means someone lives here. But if you don't see the Korean flag here on the house, no one is living here. And also the house looks really small. It looks like, oh, they're poor, but they're all rich family actually. They all make good money, $90,000 with only the agriculture, which is a really good money. And also here you're gonna see the richest man in this town. Very nice location, great view, and you're gonna see big mansions, like a Mediterranean mansion here. The family name is Mr. Kang. To have the agriculture, also they make good money, and also they just settle down here. They want to tax-free, free tax. If you have a son, your son doesn't have to go to the army, and also house is free there, and you make a lot of money. Also, you're protected by the government. So only the retired people, they actually want to move in here. So that's the richest man. I don't know if you saw those houses. That's kind of big, right? And also here you can come to learn about how to make the soybean paste. Everywhere here is all about soybean. Did you try the soybean chocolate? Did you like the paste? Oh, nice. So this is a place you can learn how to make the soybean paste, soybean, tofu, also 된장찌개, like a miso soup from Korea. And also here, there is another soybean stuff. Everywhere is all about soybean. There's soybean lattes, soybean ice cream. So if you want, you can go take a try. So this is the last place. So we are leaving at 12:35. So we have a 10 minutes just for the local market. If you don't want to go out, it's okay. You can stay on the bus. But please go to the bathroom here. So this is the bathroom here, okay? So we are going to leave at least 12:40. We have 15 minutes. So if you have a garbage on the bus, please try to trash them out. Because in so... Okay everyone, thank you so much for all your time. Now we are heading back to Seoul, and first please fasten your seatbelt just for your safety, and let's say goodbye DMZ. Bye bye. Take care. Maybe we can meet again for the DMZ tour. So maybe come back to Korea again for the DMZ. So maybe you can meet me again, right? Okay. Actually, a lot of people ask me about the opinions, how I think about the unification. To be honest, I don't think the unification is gonna happen in my lifetime. I don't think I will be able to see. But I really have a hope. I really want to go to North Korea and I want to see my family that I never met. And especially, I really want the North Korean people, they learn about the world. They have to realize that North Korea is not the best country in the world. They have to realize how awful the life has been in North Korea, right? So hopefully they can see about the world. Are you okay? Are you? 에어컨 좀 틀어주세요. 여기 덥다. 에어컨 좀 틀어주세요. 덥다. 에어컨 좀 틀어주세요. 좀 틀어주세요. 덥다. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. So if you ever watch the video, say that South Korea, North